indeed Joe Street. I joined Channel 4 at the back end of last year and inherited a brilliant slate of shows like Come Dine With Me, Four in a Bed, Place in the Sun, Beat the Chef. And I think I was excited to join the channel because it feels like it's a place where we can have some fun in the daytime schedule and to give the audience something different and unexpected. And so I think it's my job to try and find the next generation of formats that can define daytime on Channel 4. And I think in order to do that, we have to think differently. We have to work with different suppliers, which is why I think this is a really exciting opportunity to be briefing companies who maybe haven't thought about pitching into daytime before. So I want to try and get you pumped up and excited. So when you've heard the brief, you might at least be a bit inspired and want to start a conversation. So that's my hope. A bit about the daytime team first. We are a small team. So there's me. I am based in Glasgow. And I've got two commissioning editors, Kate Thomas, who's based in Bristol, and Jane Stanger in Leeds. And together with Barry Agnew, who's our coordinator, we deliver more than 1,000 hours of content to the channel. And we are very much the high volume, low cost area of the business. And so we're supporting a strict weekday schedule. So we will always be looking for ideas which we can play Monday to Friday. It's up to you. Ideas can be self-contained, or we can work with a strict narrative, but shows always need to have some sort of resolution in every ep. And we are looking for ideas which are scalable and returnable, because we're usually commissioning runs of at least 20 eps at a guide tariff of about 60k an hour, which I know might sound utterly terrifying if you're not used to that world. And it is a skill, but what I want to say is that as a team, we have like literally decades of experience in sort of producing and commissioning high volume, low cost, and we love working with new companies, and we want to work with new companies, new suppliers, and collaborate with you and work with you on your idea and support you through a commission. So please don't discount daytime just because previously you've maybe made singles, or you're a group of one or two people who maybe need to partner with a bigger company. Don't worry about any of that. If you've got an idea that we see merit and potential in, that's our job, to work with you and to support you. So a little bit about what we have and what we want. Back in April, we were supposed to be launching our shiny new live show from Leeds, hosted by Steph McGovern. Obviously, like the rest of the planet, Corona intervened. And so we made a lockdown version of the show. And I'm going to just show you a clip of sort of some of the best bits of the lockdown show, to give you an idea of the sort of tone I'm looking for daytime.
Hello and welcome to the Steph Show, live from my front room. The cameras are all robotic ones, and we've got people who in various parts all over the country actually who are helping put this show on air, with my house elves in the garage.
Is that really your gaff?
It is. This is where I normally live.
I'm slightly foxed by all the technology, but God willing, we'll get through it okay.
Val and Cyril, would you like to meet your great-granddaughters live on air? Because we can go live now to Amy. I can't even get it out, I'm getting emotional. Amy and Makilla's house.
Welcome into our wonderful family. And we're absolutely thrilled to bits.
I was the only one crying, I think, there. Not even my family.
Hello, Steph, how are you?
I'm very well. Never mind that. How are you, and how's Jet?
We're both fine, thanks, mate. I could do with some of the heating that you've got down there up here. That's okay.
Shout out to Grandma and my dad. We love you.
Who have we got there? Do you want to jump out and show us?
I will, yeah. So I'll just ever so gracefully hop out of the fire engine here. So I am hoping they don't get the iPad wet, but we've got the guys just washing the pump at the moment.
Oh,
So
fantastic. We just happen to have, obviously, the current champion, Oti Mabusi, with us. Oh, look at Angel. Look how excited you are. That's Oti. I don't think Angel can believe that Oti's really there.
Do you want to see them? I think they might actually.
Oh, no way. You've actually got alpacas in your garden. This is amazing. Are you all right, Kev?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. Like, I'll just cover this stain on my jumper because I've turned into an absolute slob.
Oh no, Ray's having a nosebleed, my 7-year-old. You alright, Ray?
No, mate, no! We discussed this is where we have meetings!
How are you keeping your fringe amazing? Like, are you snipping it yourself?
I'm on my cover from Les Miserables. Look at that!
Slippers. I am practically living in my slippers. Do you know what? My toasty maker has never been used so much in all my life. Chicken. Yeah. Hang on. What's in my eggs? I've just got egg here. What? Okay. I thought you just said mix it together. Hang on. I've got more eggs. So hopefully Bill is going to be back. Is he back? No, he's not back. Somebody sort out his connection, otherwise I'm going to have to do yoga. Wasn't it good?
Oh, so good.
Wasn't he fine?
Oh, so fun.
Bill's back! Yes! Bill! That was so mean, Bill. I know him so well.
It's sort of amazing because that lockdown life seems 100 years ago now. But I wanted to share that clip because, I mean, sort of all human life was there in one way or another. And that sort of speaks volumes about what daytime is, because it sort of has to be all things to all people. But it needs to be warm and inclusive, and it needs to have that easy sense of fun. So that the audience doesn't have to work too hard. It's bright, it's positive, it's real, it can be snackable, it's light-hearted. They're the qualities of some of the most successful series. And daytime shows have to be really broad and really relatable, because that's what the audience is. Everybody from the unemployed to the retired, young families, students, people getting in from work, everybody in between, all of those groups is watching telly in the daytime. And so what I need to do is try and find smart and effective ways of reaching everybody at low cost and high volume. So what we want to try and do is find inclusive formats that you can populate with diverse and engaging contributors in formats that feel really relevant or fun or aspirational or escapist, but that absolutely reflect people's lives. So at 4 o'clock, I've kind of broken things down literally to the 2 slots we'll commission into, because we'll have the Steph Show will be back later in the autumn. So that's going to be a daily live magazine format. That's going to hoover up a lot of territories, a lot of subject areas that traditionally we might have commissioned a whole Fact 10 series about. So we need to find kind of new territories or existing territories, but with really unexpected twists. So at 4 o'clock, it is those traditional daytime. It's property, it's food, it's things that unite us all. Food and property are always popular because everybody eats and everybody lives somewhere. And so trying to find new ways of doing those is absolutely the holy grail. And another priority are to try and find like irresistibly noisy top lines that we can't ignore, that will get us noticed and will get people watching at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, the audience is ever so slightly younger. It's even broader, and I think we need to be a bit cheekier and a bit naughtier there. I think another area worth thinking about is access. I think it'd be interesting to see, you know, what kind of feel-good, uplifting access ideas you want to bring us. There needs to sort of be an inbuilt format or enough of a story engine just to populate a series that would run for 20 eps. So Sunseeing Selling Houses is a brilliant example of doing it's access based, but it's a property format. You know, people go and buy houses, but you are with the daily lives of families while you're doing the format. Looking back to shows like Extreme Cake Makers, Posh Porn, there's jeopardy and resolution in every episode, and we don't get pitched nearly enough those kind of that warm access. So I'd be really interested to hear any ideas you've got in those kind of areas. I think talent's always really crucial for daytime. Who are the experts that we should have on Channel 4 daytime? Which talent should we be trying to build a new format around? What trends should we be reflecting? Quizzes, as Phil mentioned, I like him, love a quiz. For daytime, launching and sustaining a quiz day in, day out is really hard, and there's incredible competition on the other channels. So if you're thinking about quizzes for Channel 4 daytime, I would urge you to think simplicity, but obviously with a twist. You need play along that will unite a broad audience, but what's the killer top line? What's the description in a sentence? How do you make it inclusive and appealing so it's not just boring, you know, whose flag is this? What's the capital of that? And what's the tone? What's the talent? It's hard to launch a quiz. So unless, you know, I'm very attracted to people who can come to me and go, we've got this quiz and it's really low cost, that would get my ears up. But otherwise, it's got to be an idea that feels really distinctive, that you wouldn't, you know, the BBC would never have done Deal or No Deal. And so we have to find different ways of doing quiz. So, and again, talent is important, but to sustain a quiz day in, day out, it's the idea that's got to be infectious. And finally, like as Phil did, I think it's useful to know what we don't want. Animals in daytime or just don't work. And I found some research actually today about why, and it's just like, it's too emotionally draining and emotionally raw for the middle of the day, and I very much want it to feel like easy entertainment in the afternoons on Channel 4, and that's just a bit too heartbreaking quite often. The other thing that doesn't work for us on daytime is dating, because really, if we're honest, we sort of want to know if they're going to have a snog and a shag at the end of the day, and you know, we can't go there in daytime, so I would avoid those. We've got a couple of new formats, Mend It for Money, which is an upcycling idea, and we've got a new property format called Great House Giveaway, where the show buys two strangers a house at auction, they work together, they do it up, they make over the house, and they split profit if they make it. It's a really clever kind of evolution of Homes Under the Hammer. For those who have their guilty daytime viewing pleasures will know that show. So any kind of property ideas, that's the bar where we're buying people a house at auction and they're getting to split profit if they do it up and sell it. So please just bear that in mind. Blue light emergency services, that's really well served in peak, and again, it's a bit too challenging for that afternoon audience need. I am looking for ideas that will play in 2021, and just to reiterate before I finish up, as a team, we really love working with new suppliers, and we really want you to get in touch with us. We need to be working with many different companies, and I think daytime's a brilliant opportunity to kind of get your ideas realised. So please get in touch with us.